intro's a little bit long, but it's fucking tight.
Get you in the mood.
Sicker than your average. That's like the intro, you know, it's pretty dope. But anyway, welcome to episode 5. This is really big for me because I've had a goal for myself to do 5 interviews before I launched, because I didn't want to launch one and then be like, fuck, I need to make more.
Yeah.
You know, I need to do it. So I got 5. So then my goal is to do like once a week, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But we'll see how people think about it. Anyway, I am your host, Mike Ohm. This is the Zealous Soul podcast, and I'm here with I don't even know how to introduce you, because I just love you so fucking goddamn much. Like we met in a while ago from some shitty person, and we became friends, and we're like super thick friends, and I just love you. It's like one of my favorite people, and I say that a lot, but you're like truly one of my favorite people. So let's give a warm welcome to my homie, AmyYarnRamboStevens.
Thanks, Mike. What a cool intro, man. I'm so fucking excited for you. I mean, like, gosh, you are like one of the most interesting people that I fucking know, and one of my most favorite fucking people as well.
Yay!
So yeah, right. Like, I definitely have a love for you that's unheard of. Like, and I can't call you a friend. I can't call you like a lover. I can't call you anything in between. You know, because you're just fucking Mike.
Yeah.
You're my homie. You're my broski.
Yeah.
You're my Fucky what?
You
know, so
it's like soulmates, but like, you know, in a like friend soulmates. I don't know. I've had a lot of friends, but there's not any friends that I can pinpoint that I'm like, they're like fucking thick or thin. You know,
right.
like,
we're not just talking about our waistlines, you know, like our fucking blood is thick.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Our homie slice. Yeah, I agree. I've said for a long time, like, I'm just honored to be your friend, and now I'm really fucking honored to be like here. Yeah. Like, I know that, you know, I'm at least your top 5 favorite people.
Easily,
I'm here.
Easily. I'd say you're probably in my top 2 now.
Yeah. Winning. Growing up the ladder.
Shit. So yeah, now that we've gassed each other up.
Yeah.
So you are Amy, right? Amy
am.
Stevens, Yarn Rambo. The first question I like to ask my zealous people is, where do you come from? What's your originating story? Like, what's up with you? You were born somewhere, and you moved here. So tell me a little bit about your life, your early life.
Well, I came from my dad's birthday in 1981. You know, that's where I came from. The last evening activities of my dad's birthday in 1980 is when I was conceived, and then I came from my mom's vagina.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, as most people do.
Yeah.
Vagina babies, you
yeah,
know.
Vagina babies versus stomach babies, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so born and raised in Kankakee, Illinois, which is just easier to say, south of Chicago.
Kankakee is such a fun name.
It is. Kakonkie. And then just hear everybody butcher it.
Right.
You know.
Is that Native American? Like
something like that. Yeah, there's some Native American roots there. Some French explorers, too.
Right.
I've always said the best and worst thing about Kankakee is the people.
Really?
Yeah. We, when OJ and I moved here, we said that Kankakee, or St. Joe, is like, we both were like, man, is St. Joe like Kankakee on steroids?
Right.
Because it's so similar in the fact of just like economic depression, different culture, different diversity, different hardships, you know, your shit storms and your good storms. And I think part of being a zealous person, you know, is just finding the right people and like making your own path or carving your own path. Because when you're born on the wrong side of the tracks, if you will, you know, you just gotta fucking fight it through and look for the light, be the sunshine, I suppose.
Yeah, it's easy to get trapped in those communities that are like just black holes of negativity, you know. That's how that's how I look at St. Joe. It's just like this black hole of negativity, and I tried everything I could to do like good things for the community and build art to it and all that other stuff, but at the end of the day it was just holding me back, you know. And I had to get the fuck out of there, and when I did, my life blossomed. And I feel like that's kind of what happened to you, because I mean, we were friends when we met, you know, what was
2013?
Yeah. Shangri-La, I believe, is when I met you, wasn't it? Yeah. And then you were still living up there, correct?
Oh, shit. Where was that?
You hadn't moved to Kansas yet.
No, so that would have been Project 2012?
Yeah. It was 2012. Maybe 2011, too.
Maybe it could have been 2011.
So that was when I was with she who shall not be named.
Yes, exactly. Forever that, most definitely. So it would have been Project of 2011. And yeah, I mean, I feel like it was the same thing, like, you know, when I met my high school sweetheart. You know, you start talking about when you meet your soulmate, like you start talking about like, you know, what you want in life and where you are. And I mean, I was 17 and he was 19. So we very much didn't know fucking anything. Except that we wanted not to live in Kankakee for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, no shit.
You know, and we did. We made the best out of it. You know, we bought a home together there when I was 20 and brought all of the good energies together. And we formed this community. And everybody was helping each other, you know, up and out of danger and all those things. And we had an opportunity to get the fuck out of Illinois, and like not even Kankakee, but just Illinois in general. There were just so many bad things, and like you said, like we just tried to do what we could for our community, the people around us, and then largely outside of our jar too.
Right.
But you know, you can only get shot down so many times where you're like, okay, I've done all I can do, and it's time for me to shine, or it's time for me not to be held down.
Yeah.
Not feel trapped. And we moved to Kansas City and were very quickly like, fuck yes. You know? And yeah, sure, it's not always about the place, but just getting rid of that gray cloud every day. We've always said, you know, moving that transition, like we would go on vacations or whatever and come home to Kankakee and be like, oh, we're home.
Right.
You know?
You're like, back to the black hole.
Yeah, but then like coming back home to Kansas City and like, oh, we're home, you know. And it's got its ups and downs and pros and cons too, but just definitely a fresh start. And I think that, like, you know, there are some good things about Kankakee, and it will always be our home for whatever that's worth. But it's kind of like family. Like, I can talk shitty about it, but you better not say a goddamn thing about Kankakee.
Right.
You know, not you as you, but as a whole, right?
Yeah.
I think that's just got a lot to do with perspective too, because I think that you could have the silver spoon in life, financially, economically, love, right? Like no trauma in your life. You could have a golden fucking life, and if you want to find negative, you're gonna find negative.
Oh yeah.
And I think that like that's what makes you, what makes me, and the other zealous souls that you've attracted into your life and I've attracted into my life.
Right. We know a lot of them.
Yeah, right? Like your vibe attracts your tribe, and like I think that's where, you know, we look at like friend circles and communities, and like, you know, like we had an interesting start to our friendship, right? But we just came back together because that's how energy works.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Yeah, you
really
know,
beautifully.
The negative goes, and the positive comes, and I think that anybody that follows that trail, as I look at this like little Sharpie snail art on your wall,
Snail trail?
Snail trail, yeah. Like anybody that follows that trail, Let me get that slop right off. That's just how it's gonna be, you know. Like, gosh, I just wish. I know somebody said to me recently, like, I just don't want you to know, like, because I know you like to like help lost souls. Yes, I do, but at this point in my age, I've also formed boundaries, and you know, me first, then you.
Right.
If my cup's empty, even if you're my fucking fookie whip friend, like if I can't do for me right now, I can't do for you right now. So me first, then you, right? Yeah. But it's just, you get around those people that are just like energy vampires, and I forget that musician. I was like, how many musical notes are we going to come up in this podcast? And I thought they'd be all Wookieefoot, but that's more of a different one. But like the energy vampires, right? Like they just suck you for all that you've got. And like there are people that do it intentionally, and there are people that do it unintentionally.
Oh yeah.
And
that's just how they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's hard to break away from, especially the people that are unintentionally being zealous good souls. Like, okay, I see good in you. So I'm going to help you. Like, I'm going to help you find that good. And they just, every minute, every second, every chance they get.
Take till you're drained.
Yeah. Or even if they're not taking it from you, they're just like, no, the negative, no, the negative, no, the negative.
Right.
Well, if you're not even going to try to learn and accept and grow the positive light inside of you, then see you later.
God, it took me so long to figure out that me, then you, you know. I've always been one to like just give everything to people, you know, and then finally after doing it for so long, it just like I had to stop and look. And after going to therapy and everything, they're just like, you put everybody else first before you. Like, you need to put yourself first, you know. I'm like, what about my kids? They're like, put yourself first.
What do you mean I'm gonna be better? It'll be better for them if I put me first. That makes no sense in like our brains, the way that we are trained.
I know, right? Isn't that selfish?
It's selfish.
So selfish is not a bad thing.
But it's not being selfish. It's actually better. And until that transition happens, I thought the same thing. Yeah. When I heard that in therapy and general conversations with other people that I trusted, you know. Yeah. Man, you gotta do me first, then you.
Yeah. Like, it's a beautiful saying. I need to keep reminding myself that, because sometimes I'll slip back into that. You know,
all the time.
Especially with the line of work we're doing, you know, like, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, I've gotten a lot better from there. So.
Right. We learn and we grow and we do the best with what we have today and try to do better with the knowledge from tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
So one thing I want to know is, when you moved from Kankakee, right? You said, I need to get out. Why did you choose Kansas City?
Because it wasn't Kankakee.
Right. But I mean, there's so much fucking place everywhere. You know, what about Minnesota? Because Wookiefoot is our fan. There's a whole bunch of people up there.
Right.
Love a whole bunch of people up in Minnesota.
Right. Same. The cold.
Yeah. Fuck the cold.
Fuck the cold, man. Like, yeah, absolutely. Minnesota was maybe on the radar because we saw the community there, and like, going home, going to Harmony Park home. Yeah. You know, where are you from? Oh, I'm local. I'm Minneapolis. I'm right outside Minneapolis.
Right,
like,
less than an hour drive.
Right, like, okay, so yeah, that would, wow, look at all of these like culturally diverse, like-minded souls in the same general area, right? So that was potential. Right. But the fucking cold. Yeah. We just hate it. Midwest, which I think that's the most common question. Like, why would you move from the Midwest to the Midwest? Also, our homies in Kankakee would say, well, what are you going out to Kansas City for? Like Tornado Alley, you know? Right. Man, even with this like most recent line of storms, you know, it's like, statistically speaking, Kankakee has way more tornado threats of all the different 3 or 4 levels.
Yeah, it's flat as fuck out there.
Yeah, than Kansas City does. Right. You know, so it's just because of the media, like, all back to Wizard of Oz, right? Like,
Kansas.
It puts it in people's psyche, and it's passed down generationally. Yeah. So that was a huge eye opener for most people. Yeah. That like, no, actually scarier in Kankakee. We started out in Kansas City because my best friend, Desiree, Spam and Oscar, SPAM, don't you know you're my best friend? Best friends since high school, and at that time that'd be what, we were best friends for 12, 14, 15 years. Yeah. Her and her husband moved back to Kansas City. Jim, my most wanted buddy, her husband, originally like, he came from out here. So like, after they got out of high school and things, they moved back here, and we came to visit for a couple times, and it was just awesome. I mean, that we came to Kansas City, and it's like, people made eye contact with you. People smiled at you. Yeah. People, like, you dropped $5 on the ground and somebody's behind you running to pick it up. Not to, like, pick it up and knock you over to see how much more you have. Right. But to give it back to you. Yeah. You know, and that's not, I'm not naive, right? That's not everyday experience. Right. But on the handful of trips that we made out here, we noticed those kinds of things. The people were generally more happy. All different levels, all different neighborhoods. Right. People were generally more happy. Yeah. And then the landscape, you know, it's not Oregon, it's not Colorado, it's not mountains, it's not even like a mountainous desert, it's not those beautiful landscapes, but even the city is like built around the landscape and not pummeled over it.
Right.
So it was just, I felt like Kansas City had so much to offer, and I'm a social butterfly. I'm huge into family and community. And the fact that Desi and Jim were already here, abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was definitely a break in a barrier of, like, we knew that we were in the time frame of when we were ready to escape, Kankakee.
Yeah.
Didn't know really where we wanted to go. We were still very young, but we came out to Kansas City, saw all of these things, and having that friendship, that kinship was like, hey, this is a good start to our way out of Kankakee.
Yeah.
So now we kind of look back at it, and people always say, oh, you just moved out here to be by your best friend. Well, you know what? I don't think that I did, but if I did, oh, fucking well.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a cool thing.
Yeah,
and whatever got you, whatever means to the end or whatever.
Yeah, I love, I mean, we're at, 2026 and 1998, so 28 years, and we're still best friends, Jesus. So...
Yeah.
What if I did move here? People's judgment, man. People can go fuck themselves.
Right.
I hate that. I try, and I also can be judgy at times, but I try not to intertwine so much until it, I don't know, people can take their judgments and go fuck themselves.
Yeah. we were talking about that last episode about judgment. I judge people, but that's based on many years of life experience.
Right.
I judge and then see what happens, and then I shift gears. I'll be like, oh, I was completely wrong, or I was completely right. I don't know, but we're human. That's what we do.
Yeah, we're humans, and I've had this talk with a handful of people, because for the past 8 years have been really rough, and relationships have come and gone, and people have battled each other over stupid shit, and I've always said that I will surround myself by like-minded souls, but when I come across a soul that has a difference of opinion than I do, I usually just generally want to have a conversation with them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Tell me why you feel that way. Don't try to convince me that you're right or that I'm wrong, and I won't try to convince you that I'm right and you're wrong.
Right.
My opinion is such, your opinion is such.
Right.
They're just like assholes.
Yeah.
Everybody's got one. Exactly.
Mostly they stink.
Yeah. I washed mine today, so hopefully it doesn't.
Right. Yay.
Yay, showers.
Yay for clean assholes.
Yay. But I just think that, I like sitting down with people, and just, if you can sit down with somebody that has a difference of opinion with you and just gain that knowledge, not trying to, I'm better than you, you're worse than me, back and forth, none of that. Just listen to people. You can learn so much in that.
100%.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
think that it'd be naive just to be like, nope, me and the people that I surround myself, we know everything and nobody else knows nothing.
Right.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's silly.
So I do like to sit down, but it's really hard to find those people who are willing to do that.
Yeah, I mean, especially with looking like the way we do,
Yeah.
You've got dreadlocks, I've got a big eye on my head, we're both tattooed, but, whatever.
Well, that's, man, just even thinking about that, back in, 2012, tattoos, right? I've been tattooed for my whole life, visibly.
Yeah.
You've been tattooed for your whole adult life, visibly.
Yeah.
And I think back that, 12, 13 years ago, I got fired from a job because I had an inch of a tattoo showing.
Right. It's crazy how much it's changed.
Yeah. I'm grateful.
Oh, same.
So grateful, and I feel like, corporate jobs, white collar jobs, healthcare jobs.
Yeah.
But then, that all makes sense. But then to even think back then, even blue collar jobs were no.
Oh, dude, I put this eye on my head in 2010, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Whoa, you ruined your chances for a
you
career.
ruined your life.
You're never gonna get a job." Well, it sucks to be them because I have a lot of skills and I'm really good at what I do, and it never once affected me. But as far as my employment goes, but I have been subjected to discrimination from people and looked down on and whatnot. That's just that judgment. But I can't blame them because I'd judge me too.
Yeah, but what, more power. You just weeding the bullshit out.
That's exactly why I got it.
Exactly, me too. And I think that that's kind of always been I've had this ideal my entire life that everybody has a purpose, and what is your purpose, right? And one of my pathways is the breaker of stereotypes.
Right.
You know, so it kind of goes along with that, like, challenge accepted
Same.
ideology.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, you're gonna tell me that I like motorcycles, but I'm a woman, and I'm expected to ride on the back. Fuck you.
Yeah, right.
I'll buy my own.
You can ride on the back, bitch.
Fuck off, right?
That's what you say too.
Yeah, I have a twin sister.
Get a pink helmet for your guy back
No
rider.
shit, dude. Get one of those fucking. I just saw him in NOLA. Get one of the like titty shirts.
Yeah.
You know.
The bitch fell off.
If the bitch fell off, if you can read this, the bitch fell off. You know.
The dude fell off. That'd be fucking
Yeah,
great.
like no, like don't put me. And that's like one of the reasons I have a problem. Like you can say cunt, you can say fuck, you can.
Right.
There are very few words I take offense to.
Yeah.
Hate.
Yeah.
Worst four-letter word in the book,
Yeah.
if you will. And I hate being called a lady.
Right.
Because of the idea of what a lady is or what that means to most people. I also don't like being called a hippie.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, those stereotypes and weeding the fucking bullshit and trash off. Like, yes, I have dreadlocks. If you have a problem with it, good for you. I don't want to. I love my dreadlocks too. It's so weird that, like, before my dreadlocks, like, I was never a hair girl, you know? Like, I just didn't give a fuck. And which is why part of the reason I got dreads.
No.
And then, like, I have them, and now I'll wake up gasping. And it was happening so recently, or so frequently back when I first got them. OJ would wake up and be like, babe, just put your hand on the head. They're still there. Because I'd have these, like, recurring nightmares that I got rid of my dreads for some reason. They've become an extension of my soul.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so hippie flippy. And it's taken me a lot of life and enough tisket a tasket, get your fucks out of my basket.
Yeah.
You know, to put everybody else's thoughts, beliefs, or otherwise to be like, wow, I can feel that actual energy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Cutting off my fucking dreads at 9 inches, 8 inches, I can feel like the weight of previous lives going.
Yeah.
Before I had hair, like before I had dreadlocks, none of that was true.
No.
Or at least I didn't feel it.
Yeah. I've always been jealous of people with dreadlocks because I lost my hair at such a young age.
How old were you when you like lost a significant amount of your hair?
So when I was 17, I wanted to shave my head. I wanted to buzz it because I never liked my hair. It was like curly, and everybody, you know, if you have
like
curly
your
hair,
kids.
you want straight hair. If
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
straight hair,
yeah.
you want curly hair. It doesn't matter what it is, you know. So I was just like, I want to buzz it. My mom would not let me buzz it. When I turned 18, I buzzed it. And I was like,
yeah.
fuck you, I'll do what I want. So I
18.
buzzed it, right? So I kept it buzzed for a little bit, and then I grew it back out a little bit, and then I had a mohawk for a little while, and then I shaved it again, and I wore hats a lot, and then at 23, I started to grow it out again, and it wasn't growing on the top. I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
So that's interesting because your eyeball's on the back. Definitely like get on the top.
Should have got it on the top.
Like a bullseye, man. Like a bird goes by. Or like an
Shits right on my head.
anti-bullseye. Yeah. When my dad, my whole life, as long as I've like had conception of thought, right? My dad's pretty much had similar balding pattern, and my mom and I have always said that we wanted him to get like a little man with like a lawnmower tattoo. Like on
I've seen those. Those are great.
I was gray when I was 15.
Oh, that's crazy.
My grandma was completely gray by the time she was 29.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was lucky enough that I could just dye my hair and, you know, which I thought was funny too, because like in our 30s, like the trend came for people to start like dyeing their hair silver and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I always think
distinguished.
a touch of gray. Do you remember those commercials?
Oh,
like a little man in a business suit.
Right.
It's like showing the back. I think it like looked like Pierce Brosnan hair. It's like, you know, old enough to be smart, but young enough to still be able to kick ass.
Right. Yeah.
Behind a desk.
Right. Just trends. Hair trends.
Yeah. So I always thought it was weird that people wanted to dye their hair gray, but.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit. So one of the main type of guests that I have are like circus performers, right? That's just like a thing. And I remember the first time watching you flow, because I didn't know that you did fire, and you whipped out this fucking staff and did the most crazy ninja shit I've ever seen. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Yeah. Where did you pick that up at? Where did you learn how to do that shit?
Martial arts. I am a first degree black belt in Okinawan karate. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, that man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to get into martial arts
As a kid,
as a kid.
yeah.
Yep. And I had a lot going on. You know, family life was a little bit rough.
Right.
My own personality. I told you I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. Air quotes. You know, I love the side of the tracks I grew up on, but most would say the wrong side of the tracks.
Yeah.
I was definitely bullied, made fun of. I was definitely like weird and awkward and didn't have all the things, you know. I grew up in a trailer court. I didn't have money. I had different ideas and wanted to play different games than everybody. I was just the fucking the black duckling, not the unicorn.
Right.
Because unicorns are chased after.
Right.
No, if I was chased after, it was for them to like beat me up and take my lunch money.
Right.
Not that I had any.
Yeah.
They should have been smarter. Like, go chase down the fucking kids with money. Like,
Right.
You can come chase me down and beat me, but you're gonna find like rocks in my pocket.
Right.
Not
There's gonna be lint.
you know, good luck, bud.
Stupid bullies.
Stupid bullies. So all of those things, I wanted to get into martial arts, and I remember, just putting it out there to this kid. I was sitting in art class, and I remember putting this out there to this kid. Like, we weren't friends, but he wasn't mean to me, so good enough. And I said, I'm gonna join martial arts, and he was like, "You're a liar. You're not gonna do that." And like that, it was like, challenge accepted. Yes, I am. And then it also made me think, like, why would you say that? Like,
Right.
why would you say that? You don't even fucking know me. Like, why would you say I'm a liar? Like, and I still remember his name. And I remember his face. And I remember that conversation. And it was just one of those times that's like, you either can let a moment. I just heard this in Zombieland Double Tap. And I'm fucking riding with it for like 3 days now. When shit happens to you, you can either let it destroy you, define you, or strengthen you.
Yeah.
And I think that moment was a little bit of... It definitely defined me a little bit, and it definitely helped me grow.
Yeah.
Because then I was like, okay, well, this kid thinks I'm a liar, and I'm not a fucking liar, or he thinks that I can't do it, and I'm gonna fucking do it.
Right.
My parents definitely didn't want me to do it. You're a girl. My dad definitely wanted the lady. He wanted the girl, the princess, the makeup. He got Amy.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he won.
I think so too. He says he's proud of me, so we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But like, man, I just remember going into martial arts, and I'm like, well, I felt like everybody expected me or wanted me to fail.
Yeah.
And I think it was like also like the first time that like I believed in my own self, you know? And yeah, so I did. I just fucking went into that fucking trial class and loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
I got knocked down, I got up. I got knocked down, I got up, you know? And started as a white belt, and 6 months later I had an orange belt, and 6 months later, I had a yellow belt. 6 months later, I impressed one of the most awesome men that I have ever had the acquaintance of, Mr. Bradley. Mr. Paul Bradley was one of my senseis. And when I don't want to say auditioned, when I tested for my blue belt, he actually gave me his blue belt.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh.
Yeah, so I was one of his favorite karateka because I fucking worked hard and I did my things, and I knew how to take a punch and I knew how to fucking land one.
Right.
So I came up in the ranks very quickly, and man, some of the toughest days in my life, but it was also some of the best days of my life.
Yeah.
You know, have a bad day and like going to martial arts, and when they say that it's like a way of life, man, it is like, it's the respect, it's the honor, you know, the discipline, the focus, all of those fucking things. You know, Drew McManus says a lot because he's like into MMA.
Yeah, he's super MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said a lot of things about it, about being in a ring with somebody. Like, we don't do rings, but being on the floor with somebody, sparring with somebody, it's so fucking true about, it's a matter of respect, man. If I land a fucking roundhouse kick to you and I fucking snap your cup in half, you know, it's all to love. You should have fucking blocked.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
It shows your lack of preparation.
Yeah. You know? I can't tell you how many fractured ribs and times I got the wind knocked out of me. Scott Mast landed always. I hated sparring with him so much. Always landed me into the fucking ribs, man. And the one time he fucking blasted me off the mat into the water fountain.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I mean, respect, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we fought in close quarters, and this motherfucker launched me, and I fucking, point. Point. Fuck. You know, and this is just practice, and I definitely learned how to fight, and I definitely learned how to defend myself, and not just physically.
Yeah.
You know.
When did you get your black belt? How long did it take you?
2006. So I started martial arts in 96, and I would have been on track to get my black belt in 2001. When I was a blue belt, green belt, they kept advancing me. They put me like in the class above me because I was doing better than the class I was supposed to be in.
Yeah.
So it was like, college credits for high school.
Right.
Like they put me in more advanced classes, and definitely wanted to not let anybody down and wanted to prove that I was where I was supposed to be. And I was punching on the macro wire board, and I fucked up, and I missed, and I fucked up my hand real bad. So that happened, and
is that where that came from?
That's where it started.
Oh, I didn't know that.
from.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll get into that later.
Yeah, that's where that started from, and
I didn't know that.
yeah,
That's
so I
crazy.
just millions of push-ups on your knuckles on the wood, and the clause was, we believe I shattered that knuckle when I hit that microwire board, because it was from that moment on that everything started getting fucked up with my hand.
Yeah.
And it got to be, I was 16 or 17, and I just couldn't, man. I was, for like 2 years, I was just fighting through it, and, push-ups on the wood, on your knuckles, and hitting things and striking things and doing all that, and and hiding it too, right? Because my parents said, as soon as you get hurt, you're done.
Right.
Mind you, by this time I had stitches in my head, I had fractured ribs, I had bloody noses and black eyes, but those were all to be expected.
Yeah, for sure.
The fact that I might have needed care, there was no way I was telling my parents, because they would have definitely pulled me out of martial arts.
Right. Because care is expensive.
Yeah, care is expensive.
Welcome to the United States, where healthcare costs you everything.
Right. Fuck. But be healthy. Make good decisions.
Yeah.
But don't take care of yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, fuckers.
Crazy.
Corporate capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I went back in 2000 and had surgery in 2000, the first time on my hand. So I quit martial arts 3 months before that. And then I had surgery, and then I still just kept that way of life in my spare time. People do yoga. Oh no, I was still running katas and doing weapons form, all that kind of stuff. Just not competing or going to regular classes. Yeah. And then I went back in 2003, and it took me 3 years. When I left, and originally I was a 3rd degree brown belt, which is 3 steps away from black. Right. So you have 3rd, 2nd, and 1st degree brown belts. Right. And I was a 3rd degree brown belt. So when I went back in 2003, it'd been such a long time. They weren't going to put me in as a white belt, obviously, especially because I had kept up with the training and stuff. So I kind of just retested, and I wasn't quite a brown belt, but at that point, that age, all the things are yeah. So 3 years, which normally would have been 2 years. It should have been 2 years, but hardest, most intense 12 hours of my life was that black belt test.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
12 hours?
12 hours.
Took 12 hours to test to get a 12. Jesus.
Yeah, well, that was the physical test.
Okay.
So weeks before that, you go through intellectual testing with a panel of senseis.
Yeah.
And every fucking practice before that too. The whole thing, to get a black belt, especially in Shori, it's intense.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
It's kind of like getting your Eagle Scout,
Yeah.
but with getting your ass kicked in between.
Yeah.
It's not just badges.
Yeah.
It's badges of punches. And blocks. Oh my gosh, if I would have known what Epsom salts were back then, I would have definitely sat in them. Yeah. But there was 3 of us that tested that day, and only 2 of us were awarded black belts. Wow, that's crazy.
So I've always kind of thought about going back, but no. But I thought that spinning staff, I started seeing people do fire. Long story short, right? When did you ask that question?
Oh, it's all right. That's what we're here for. We're gonna have multiple interviews. This is just the first one.
All right, great. Great.
We'll get into more shit.
We'll go into those other squirrely things.
Yeah.
So the first time I started seeing people spin fire and all that kind of stuff was at Harmony Park, and I'll never forget. It was my first time. Harvest Fest 2009 was the first time I ever thought that I would join that poi spin community. Yeah. And they had I could point out the tree to you at Harmony Park. Or I'll give you the description like off the podcast because it'll take me 30 minutes to describe it. But I know you know the tree.
I know the trees.
You know them, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it the one that's by the fire circle where they normally put it?
No, it's like when you walk in like the middle path.
The cut through.
Yeah, like if you walk in and go to the right, the Grundy tent is kind of right there. There's usually like an octopus or hanging from that tree. Yeah. That tree.
Okay.
We did that in like 2.5 minutes. Fuck yeah, Batman.
I know exactly the tree you're talking about.
Yeah, so they had just cut some branches off of that and they just had them in a pile. And I had seen people all festival like doing things. And I see poi and I'm like, no, never good at the nunchucks. Well, that's what poi is. It's nunchucks. Yeah. You know, I've seen girls hula hooping. I had never hula hooped a day in my life yet. No. No, can't do that. And then I saw them sticks, those branches, and I was like, fuck yeah. And I had a knife back at my campsite, so I brought this fucking stick, and I'm dragging this big old fucking evergreen stick, and people are looking at me. Even the fucking weirdos are fucking looking at me weird, you know? And I'm like, oh, you just wait.
Yeah, just you fucking
And that's
wait.
how that look was. I could tell it wasn't a look of judgment. It was a look of inquisitive curiosity of like, ooh, what is this crazy woman awesome gonna do with this stick? We'll find out.
Right.
To be
Stay
continued.
tuned.
Yes. And so I did. I fucking cut all the little side branches off, made it as smooth as I could. And then my buddy Tim helped me, like, he crocheted with hemp glow sticks all the way around it.
Oh, nice.
And they were like the old school glow sticks. Because back then, like, electric
There's no LED
staffs
shit.
there was no LED, you know. So I'm practicing with it.
You're cracking and shaking.
Yeah, cracking and shaking. So I'm practicing with it like all day and like figuring out what I can do, brushing some rust off my fucking ninja skills. Yeah. And going through all those things, and then I'll never forget it. Like, I'm just doing stuff in the day, not giving a fuck about the world, and then like it hit. The sun was set. And it was time to break the fucking glow sticks. So I did. I went up to another tree and I was like, cut it out, kapow! Cut it out, get the other end, kapow! And then it's lit. And you know, I'm under the influence. Yeah. So it's just fucking beautiful trails everywhere. And I am fucking ninjaing it up. Yeah. Boy, the next day, my hands were bloody as fuck because I'm not giving a fuck in the world. And it's a fucking evergreen stick, you know? Right, yeah. Worth it.
That's the best fire story I think I've ever heard. And that was just to introduce. That wasn't even fire. That was just the glow sticks.
That was just like old school 3 to 4 inch glow sticks crocheted.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, so when you saw me spin fire, was it at my house?
It was. It was in the backyard. We were at one of your gatherings. I think it was the Halloween gathering, the first one that I came to, and I was doing poi, and you busted out the ninja stick and just the bow staff, and I was just like, holy fucking Christ. And that was like when I think we knew each other for a couple of years. That's right when you moved to Kansas City. It was wasn't too long after that.
Yeah, so it was like, that would have been like 2013.
Something like that.
I believe that time, was it in front of the shop or behind the shop?
It was behind.
Behind, okay. So it might have still been that same day. There was definitely one of the gatherings, you know, like free the nip, man. And especially like on my property, among friends, if it's not my property, my nipples are out for no other reason than I'm fucking hot. Fuck off. Yeah. And I remember Billy fucking was over that time and I was spinning stuff and somebody said, oh, look, she's spinning fire. And like our homies back in Illinois in Kankakee, that was all kind of new to them. We brought Wookie Foot. Yeah. Like we are the Wookie Foot parents to so many people in Kankakee. Yeah. If you ask anybody in Kankakee how they heard the good word of Wookie Foot, I bet you 47% will say Amy and OJ.
Yeah, that's how it is with St. Joe and me.
And then it'll go like somebody from that we know from Amy and OJ, like third generation maybe. I bet rule of 5, no, I bet rule of 3 that you can get back to me and OJ.
Right, for
2002, man.
Right.
Well, that's when we started Wookie Foot. So like spinning fire, those kinds of things. Nobody saw that kind of shit in Kankakee. No. And then it's weird because like I knew like one girl that hula hooped in Kankakee, and I told her, I was like, I found the good world of Wookie Foot. And she was like, what's Wookie Foot?
Praise the Lord, pass the Wookie Foot.
Wookie Foot, yeah. And she didn't even know about Wookiefoot, but she knew, like, of that vibe, of that tribe, right? Like, just good humans doing good things.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like, she's an OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome, man. Fuck yeah. I haven't seen you spin fire in a long time. It was that one and only time I ever saw you do it.
I need to get a new staff. I definitely stopped for a while, hand injuries and such.
Yeah.
And also my head. And OJ, like, bless his soul, like, he would always tell me, like, I would go, like, spin in a circle and, like, you know, ugly duckling, black swan, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Right.
That's imposter syndrome. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've always stuck out. And sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And, like, other times that's a really fucking hard time.
Oh,
a hard thing. And even when it's a good thing, sometimes it's still a fucking hard thing.
Right.
It's not easy to be fucking different.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I get it.
You know.
Yeah.
You're fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm cool.
You're cool. So I'd be like, well, I don't know, man. Like, everybody else spins differently. He's like, that's why you need to do it your way,
Right,
because it's unique.
Yeah.
So thank you. Long story short, thank you, because I definitely got my head. Well, I'm like, I don't spin like everybody else does.
That's what I enjoy about you.
I'm not flow. I'm not.
Oh, you're flow, all right.
What's the? There's like contact.
There's contact staff and there's martial arts staff. And you do the martial arts staff, and it's fucking cool to see. Like, whenever I see, I mean, I really love contact staff. It's really cool to see, you know, not touching it with your palms and your hands and all that, making it roll around your body. But then when you see someone go up and they do the ninja staff stuff and just like fucking fling it around like those like Polynesians with the fire knives.
Yeah.
It's just mind blowing because it's just, it's everything. It's the speed of it. It's the sound of the fire.
Absolutely.
Because when you're doing contact staff, it's just like slow, you know, so it's like a whole ethereal experience when you see someone do the fucking martial arts stuff.
See, and I feel the same way. Like, when I'm doing martial arts while spinning fire, it's that like 4D, 5D experience. Because it's all of those same things. Like, when you're doing it, it's I can tell if I'm happy with my burn if the fire sounds right.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the burn if my ribs are a little bruised.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the burn if all these things fit together.
Right.
So it's very technical. And then, like, I feel like this is, like, a part of my story, too, right? Because everything martial arts, my career, everything, all of that is so technical. Right? So that engages my scientific geeky brain.
Right.
But also, like, my art soul is like, just go with the flow.
Yeah.
So Tai Chi and these yoga movements and that kind of thing. So it's kind of fun because if you ever see me spin fire again, and maybe I will one of these days, I've been wanting to. Yeah. I can always tell, like, when I break free from like the technical movements to like flow. Yeah. And I'm still doing the same fucking movement. I'm still doing Wansu, or I'm still doing this Bokata or whatever. Right. But now I'm just doing it with a little Amy flair. Yeah. You know? So I do. I think
that's awesome.
Yeah, I think I really want to. I found my old staff and it is beat to hell. One of these days. Yeah. Maybe I'll put that on my birthday list. A new fire staff.
Yeah, I'd be down. You let me know when it's time and we'll do the virgin burn on it and fucking send it. I'm all about it.
Yeah, I'm just weird about people watching.
Yeah, I get it. It took me a long time too. I was so fucking afraid to go in the circle at Harmony Park whenever I was like starting out with Fire Poi because everybody was so good and I was like,
same.
I'm not that good. People are gonna laugh at me, blah blah blah. And then finally I got the courage and they were like, whoa, that was so cool. I'm like, only person that was getting in my way was myself, you know. And
man, I need that validation.
Get out of my way.
Get out of your way. Okay, there's at least 3 Wookiee flicks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, so fucking true. That fucking parable of Wookiefoot is so fucking true on so many fucking levels, right?
I can't get out of my way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for real.
Man, I know that. That's so true. Like, on so many fucking levels. And I don't like that I need it, but I definitely need validation. Yeah. You know,
it's a human thing.
It's not as bad. I don't want to compare it to anyone or any style, but I definitely feel like there is an unhealthy need for validation.
There is.
Right? And I definitely have lived in that situation, but I feel like now, like, I just need a little pat on the back once in a while.
Just a little good job. Attaboy.
Yeah, a little attaboy. Give me a little nipple slap. Yeah, just a little bit, you know, and I think when I find myself doing activities like spinning fire where I can find myself searching for that attaboy and not receiving it time and time again, it puts me in a weird spot, you know? So that's one of the reasons that I don't like doing it in front of people.
Right.
Because if I'm just doing it in the backyard for fun, if I'm just coming over to Mike's house to fucking burn and have fun, no big deal. But the moment that I'm doing for somebody else's pleasure or for someone else's acceptance, it fucks with my head.
Yeah.
You know?
I understand that. Yeah.
So, but you're in the cool tribe that when I'm ready to spin fire, I'll spin fire with you.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, we got 15 minutes left, so I wanted to touch on your nickname, Yarn Rambo. So, for those that don't know, Amy is a tufting artist, which tufting artist is making unique, one-of-kind rugs with this gun that, like, she feeds the yarn in and just goes, ka, 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 ka. I don't even know how to describe it, you know, on audio, but...
I think that was perfect.
I thought it was pretty decent, too, but... yeah, you earned the name Yarn Rambo. Tell us about your tufting. Like, what got you into it?
I will, but can you please do the one more time? Thank you for my own personal spank bank later.
Hell yeah.
Check. All right, what part? I'm sorry, now I'm distracted.
What got you into tufting?
Oh, a friend at work sent me a TikTok video back in like 2019. He was really great at just like, he would send me things like creative things and be like, oh, I think like this is something you would enjoy, you know, get your geek on.
No.
Absolutely. And yeah, he sent me this tufting video back in 2019 and I said, abso-fucking-lutely.
Right.
And it was shortly before my birthday. And I said to OJ, I was like, man, I want one of those. And he's like, well, how do you get it? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck it's called.
Right.
You know, I just don't. I don't even know what it's fucking called.
It's cool. It shoots yarn and it makes cool shit. I want it.
Yeah. And everybody I shared this video with was like, that's fucking ugly. And like, the color palette was interesting. Definitely not a color palette that I would have went for.
No.
But I just thought it was beautiful as a whole,
Right.
you know? I don't care that it's fucking Christmas colored. I think it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I found out that it was called a tufting gun, and I couldn't find anywhere that
No.
sold them. Google couldn't fucking find it. You know, there was one fucking TikTok video on it. There was nothing on social media otherwise.
So it's like a almost like a prison tattoo machine, you know, or like somebody just made some shit and they're just like, look what I made.
Yeah,
Well, that's crazy.
absolutely. So after doing a little bit more research, I found out that there's this thing called punching, like rug punching. And I'm like, okay, so that got me a little bit closer. And then I figured out the word tufting. And then once I found the word tufting, it brought me to China and like these CNC machines making rugs.
Giant rugs.
Yeah, which is fucking cool, but not handmade.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, $30,000 CNC machine, and also not handmade. But then I went on that rabbit hole, and then I found like a tufting gun. And this is September of 2019.
Yeah.
So before we knew everything was gonna change, and before shipments like stopped, all the things. So I got my first tufting gun shortly right before the end of 2019 or right into 2020.
Yeah.
And I picked that fucker up and I've not been able to put it down since. And that's an AK-1, which I always thought that was really cool, which tied into Yarn Rambo naming.
Yeah.
Because that's an AK-1 and now versions were up to AK-5 and AK-6.
Can't wait for you the AK-47 to come out.
I know, right? I'm like, come on, guys, let's do it. If I ever design my own tufting gun, it's just going to start at AK-47.
AK 4.7.
No, it's got to be 4.7.
Yeah, true.
Interesting. Numerology has always been into my life. And AK, Amy Kennett, is my maiden name.
Yep.
And then my name, Amy, it breaks down to 147.
Oh.
So it'd be like fucking epic.
That's amazing.
Right? Like AK-47. I just put that together now. I should say we.
Kapow.
Teamwork.
That's so awesome. I love your art form. Actually, all your art forms. You're just a really great artist in general.
Appreciate you.
I feel like you're a life artist just from the way you
Absolutely.
live and and the way you perceive and all that stuff. So I'm excited to see how far you go with Yarn Rambo. I know I've been trying to help you with social media, but I'm fucking not that great of a social media manager.
Well, you also have your hands into 35 other pots.
It's fucking crazy.
The pay is also shit.
Right.
So no, there's I think a part of it is I have to figure out what I want to do with as Yarn Rambo. Like I know what I want to do with as Yarn, like who I am as AmyYarnRamboStevens. But a growth of like, where do I want to take that art? And that's a part of me having my studio at Bunker, because I have just a passion. It is like in my soul, I have to share knowledge, right? I have to share this passion. I have to introduce people to this amazing art form because it's not well known and it's getting there. Right. But there's such a huge difference in between Amy doing doing yarn art for herself, and AmyYarnRamboStevens doing like live performance,
right, and then selling art and all
and
that.
then selling art, and then exhibiting art. And I just saw something a friend shared with me. Someone else at Tufts. They're out at like an art and craft fair, making the same rug 17 times. And selling it, and also they got awarded the second place in this fiber show. Yeah, fucking awesome for them, Like, and I definitely did get like, well, fuck, I haven't gotten any awards in any shows. I've not applied for any competition shows. I
didn't know there was rug competition shows.
It's art shows, so different.
Shows.
Art, paint, watercolor, fiber, etc., etc. But also, I always got to balance because, yes, I'm competitive, right? But also I'm more collaborative, right? So I have to feed both of those wolves at the same time. And I just came off of April, so May is always like a regrowth and refocus month for me of what do I want to do, where do I want to be, what am I doing with my life type thing, right? And the ability to focus and know AmyYarnRamboStevens is still producing art in Dharma's Dungeon as passion projects just for me. Right. I don't care if people like them. No. I want some people to like them. I just want to feel good doing them.
Yeah. I mean, that's the point of art. Yeah. Just to let it out.
Yeah. What else am I doing? You know?
Yeah. I kind of miss making art, especially like metal sculptures and stuff. But I
miss you making metal sculptures too.
I just don't have the spot for it, man. One of these days, though, it's going to happen. And we're going to fucking do some cool shit.
Fuck yeah. We're going to work on that collaborative piece.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
So we've got less than 10 minutes. Do you have any questions you want to ask me?
Damn it, I knew you were going to ask me that question.
I should have given you time to prepare.
I know. I said, Mike, come on, buddy. Give me a little snail gem of something. Like, no focus for you. Oh, goodness.
We know each other pretty well anyway.
I know. I wanted to have something like really like in depth and like, I don't know, something. I could just ask you like, I don't know.
My favorite color is purple.
I know that. I know, right? You know what they say about guys with big feet?
They have big shoes.
They have big shoes. Absolutely. I know all of these things. What is your favorite Wookiee foot parable and why?
Ooh, that's a really fucking hard one. Probably, I mean, the one that always comes back is doesn't do much to sit around and bitch. But that's not really a parable, you know. I don't know. The Frog and the Scorpion one is one of my favorites. I love that song. How could you do that? Why could you lie when you know that I know that we're both going to die? And the scorpion smiled and simply cried, "It's in my nature, you stupid dumbass motherfucking frog."
Oh my God. It's so fucking true. Like, you can't ask somebody to go against their nature. No. Animal world, animal instinct, right? And I think that I can just see Andrew's face, that whole stage show performance of that song over and over again, too. Like... Yeah. You know, how can you ask somebody to go against their nature?
Yeah. It's happened so many times to me, too. Like, I just, like, know that they're gonna bite. I know they're gonna do
Right.
bad things. I still fuck with them, and I still get fucked over. I'm like,
Yeah.
ah!
Because fucking willpower and the idea to spread good and kindness, and you just want everybody to feel it, you know? You just want everybody to know how much they're worth, and
Yeah.
I think if everybody knew their own value, then this world would be much better for everybody.
Oh, 100%.
You know, and I feel like asking, okay, like that, like, it's in my nature, you stupid dumbass fucking frog, right? Well, is it actually in your nature, or have you been programmed to speak?
Right.
Right? Because I feel like sometimes in life, humans are programmed to speak so much and at such a young age and over again that maybe they just forgot their actual nature.
Right.
Right? Because I don't think that any animal, humans included, are conceived into a world to do harm.
You're innately bad.
Right.
Yeah.
I really don't think so. You know, and
We're all different too, and especially like being a parent to multiple children. Each one of my kids were completely different from each other, and then Astra came out, and then she's just like, "Wah!" You know,
she is a unicorn swan.
She is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Spitfire and love and kindness.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know, all the people our age are like trying to learn boundaries, like it's this brand new fucking thing. Astra Molly says, "I got boundaries, bitches. Don't fucking cross them."
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Astra.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Good job.
She's probably one of the most intense humans I've ever met, in all the ways, you know, in the loving ways and the rage ways, and you know, but it's great.
Don't don't tame the beast, man. You know.
Oh no, you can't tame that beast.
No, and why would anybody want to?
No, for
you know,
sure.
and I love
Yeah.
that. I love that you and Jesse both have like raised her into a way like just to like accept.
Yeah.
You know, just accept, man. Like her nature is good and kind.
Yeah, it is.
When you ask somebody to go against their nature,
Right.
they're gonna bite.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
Yeah. Full circle right there.
Full fucking triangle.
Full triangle. There's some sharp corners there, bud.
I mean rounded.
Oh man. All right. So what's next for Amy Yarn Rambo? You got any big projects coming up? You got anything you want to pimp out?
Yeah, just Linktree. Thank you for turning me on to Linktree because it's definitely saved me from a marketing aspect because I never fucking know if I'm going to do Eventbrite today, if I'm going to do all events tomorrow, if I'm going to use social media the next day. If I want you to go to my website that day, no, just go to fucking Linktree and it'll have all the things. Mother's Day is coming up around the corner. Gonna do some quick stuff for that. I'm trying to plan like a month out and I'm struggling with it. But again, you know, May. So my biggest two things I want to do is I have two collections of artwork that I'm in the process of creating. One is all around cats, felines, and then meow. Yeah, that one's gonna be really awesome, and it will definitely be full triangle, full circle, integrated with actual cats and some animal rescues locally.
Nice.
So I'm working on it now, but it'll be open for public consumption, hopefully February, March of 2027. And then the other one that I'm working with is Satsang I Am, right? He was the first person that I ever heard the whole I Am theory with, and now it's just exploded. And I'm sure it was there before Drew McManus, but it's where it hit home for me.
Yeah, for sure.
So I started that series back in October of 2024. And it's grown and grown and grown. So that'll be a whole show,
cool.
whether it's a solo show or whether it'll be a part of a group exhibit. But that's coming very soon. I've got the last major piece done and bound. Gotta trim it up a little bit, and then like the secondary pieces are all going to it. So once I've got a couple curators in mind that I want to talk to. I can also apply for art calls and that kind of thing. So that's it. That's where Amy YarnRamboStevens wants to be. I want both of those shows to be off and lifted, and then Just on a daily, what I'm gonna do for the world and community is just workshops out of the bunker.
Cool.
Share my passion and knowledge of arts and creativity with everybody else. That's my goal in life. Is I just want anybody that I meet that says like, I'm not creative, I'm not artistic, I can prove to you that you are, and I will show you how.
We're all creators.
Yeah, I will give you the tools. I will help you reframe your brain from what you've been told, because everybody's just been stepped on.
Oh yeah, for
to
sure.
think that they're not artistic. Right. That's a whole nother episode. What is an artist?
Oh yeah,
right?
For sure. Absolutely.
Everybody's definition is different.
Yeah. So your link tree, is it linktree.com/yarnrambo?
Yep.
Yeah, easy enough.
Fuck yeah.
YARNRAMBO.
Yes, Rambo, not rainbow. And I'm like,
Yarn Rainbow.
Yarn Rambo? What the fuck? Do I need to let some of my vulgarity out? I am not a fucking rainbow, but actually I kind of am.
You kind of are. Yeah. It's fucking great. Awesome.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
Endlessly. Do anything for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the time.
And
Anytime. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. We are done with this episode, and it's time to launch this thing.
Launch it.
I'm so excited. I'm going to put this up, get it all edited, put it in YouTube, put all the things in, and yeah, we're just getting better and better each time. So
fuck yes.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, ReKinection, for allowing us to do this and being the sponsor of this podcast. Oh. And yeah, we're gonna do the damn thing.
Doing the damn thing. Make sure you let my social media manager know when it props so I can share it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'll send him an email.
Okay, thank you.
All right, take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Sicker than your average.